If you want something said, ask a man. If you want something done, ask a woman.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how modern women advise other women to seek out men who are financially responsible for them, how they tell them to stop dating for love and only go out with men who pay the bills, and how a dramatic woman makes up a story about a stranger who was just throwing away his trash. We want to invite you to smash that like button and help us reach 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year so we can get our first plaque. That's the only contribution we ask of you, brother. Add your grain of sand to the movement. Share your experiences in the comments for any man who might need them. And without further ado, let's get started.
So I have a date at 8 p.m. This is the girl math. Oh my God, I have a list right now. This is the girl math that men will never understand. So he's making me about 7:30, which means realistically, I kind of want to be ready by like 7-ish because I want to be able to like maybe take some pictures. If this all goes to hell, at least I'll get cute Instagram pictures out of it. I'm not about to waste a cute outfit and makeup. I need to start doing makeup at 6, which means I need to have showered probably by like 4:30, which is the time now because I need time for my hair to dry and moisturize and like do all my other things. Which means I had to be home by 3:30. I had to literally block off my entire afternoon for a date at 8 p.m. and men will never understand. When men are like, oh, I want to split the bill, fuck you. You weren't making these sacrifices for an 8 p.m. date. No, you just showed up. Here I am in a towel at 4:30.
Oh, hell no!
We always say the first date should be a coffee date because, as men, our intention is to get to know you, to see if this woman is suitable for a relationship, to observe how she expresses herself, and to learn things about her, how she qualifies herself with me. There are many affordable places where coffee dates can take place in a pleasant setting. If a woman expects you to take her to a 5-star restaurant on the first date, then she should pay for it, because I assure you, she's not dressing up for you. She's dressing up for her Instagram. She needs a simp to get into those expensive places that she can't access alone, unless she goes with her group of friends to spend the minimum just to take pictures. Men, don't be the free meal and photo for any woman. Photos where everything will show up except for you, the sponsor. If she wants a nice date, she first has to go on a coffee date and show me through her actions that she's a woman worth investing my time and money in. Remember, you are the prize. Drizzle, drizzle.
If you're over the age of 25, you should not be dating for fun anymore. You should be dating for funds.
And here I thought the purpose of dating was to find a life partner. Apparently, it's to find a meal ticket.
And that means only dating guys that have money, that can do something for you, and that will benefit your life and your lifestyle.
When this is the type of advice that's given out, no wonder so many men have decided to give up on dating. They never know if the woman is after them for who they are or for what they hold in their bank account.
Don't be dating for fun no more. Start dating for funds. And what that means is if he can't help you, if he can't contribute to you, if he can't give you money to invest, start a business with, say, buy clothes, shop, or just pay some bills and make your life better, then you're wasting your time with him.
I'm starting to wonder if any of the women that actually take this advice seriously even know how to stand on their own or hold down a job. I seriously doubt it.
You're old enough to know better. We're old enough to know better.
Old enough to know better indeed. And they also should be old enough to know that this type of rhetoric goes against everything that women have fought for years to be considered independent and taken seriously. And taking this type of advice will only lead to a lifetime of dependence on men.
Stop it. Get some help.
These are the toxic pieces of advice that modern women listen to because they all claim to be strong and independent, but they want to be that way with their husbands' or boyfriends' money. Remember, today's feminism is about entitlement, not equality. It's about, I deserve this and that from the man, because that's the bare minimum he should do. And they disguise this with the word provider. The thing is, if you sell yourself as a product, you can't complain about being used. What I mean is, if you tell me I have to invest my money in you to be with you, you can't complain when I want to see a return on my investment because, in this case, the one who owns the money makes the rules. If you want a man to treat you like you belong to the streets, don't get mad when he moves on from you because, as a product, your shelf life has expired. That's why empowered and independent women are always the ones who can never keep a man. That's why men only have fun with them but never settle down with them. Because they're just the women men enjoy spending their money on, but they're not the ones he chooses to build a life with.
If dating for love isn't working out for you, date for money. I'm being dead serious. My dating approach has been unbelievably pure for my entire life. Never cared about the financial status of the guy. Have dated people with less money than me. Have always gone 50-50 in relationships. Has never been financially taken care of by a guy. I just wanted to fall in love and have a genuine partnership and connection with someone. And
valid.
Guess where that's gotten me? Used. Taken advantage of. Single. My ex, who I thought I was in love with at the time, we split everything 50-50, including rent. We lived together. He was never going to marry me. He was never going to settle down with me. The guy who I've had genuine feelings for has just hurt me.
You are so close. This doesn't mean you need to go to the polar opposite and just start using other men for money. So you felt like you were being used in your relationships, right? So you're going to turn around and do the same thing to these other men. Hence, punishing all these other men for the actions of your exes. And that's not right. Here's the thing is we all know that there are people out there who will use you. It doesn't matter the gender. That's why you need to have boundaries on how much you're willing to give. And if your underlying expectation was to get marriage out of the relationship, you need to communicate that up front. You need to have your limits. Some men don't want to get married these days, and it's valid, but you also need to protect yourself if for you that's a must-have. I have been in these same situations myself, and once I was like, okay, this is what I'm willing to put up with, this is what I'm not. And I was very fair with it, and I was willing to set boundaries but not be too unreasonable with them. My dating options massively improved. And now I'm with the man of my dreams. And yeah, he doesn't make 6 figures. Yeah, he doesn't buy me fancy stuff every day. But he is willing to share everything that he has with me. We have a genuine, loving connection. If you only use people for money or the resources they can give you, you're not going to have deep, loving relationships. You're going to have very shallow relationships. And I know some women are like, well, I have my girlfriends, I don't care. Well, throughout your life, your girlfriends will be close to you and far away from you. Because ultimately, we all prioritize our romantic relationships over our friends. That's just how it works. And yes, having girlfriends is absolutely wonderful. But you're going to want someone by your side that's your partner, where you will be first most of the time. And that's going to be in your romantic relationship. So you want that to be a deep connection.
Here, I want you to notice 2 things. First, the importance of making sure the woman invests in the relationship. This woman was more attached to this man because she was investing in the relationship. A woman will do absolutely anything for the man she feels genuine interest in, including paying his bills. That's why you should never settle for a woman who doesn't treat you as her best option. Now, it seems this woman chose a Chad, a man who brings nothing to the table except his seed. She invested in a man who was playing with her, keeping her on an emotional roller coaster. Now she feels hurt because that man left her, and she wants to change her focus. Here, I want you to notice a difference between men and women. When a man has a toxic woman, his next partner is usually the complete opposite. We learn the first time how we don't like to be treated. Women, on the other hand, when they like a certain type of man, almost never stray from that type. If she likes bad boys, she'll change men many times, but never her taste in men. They all tend to have the same characteristics, the same bad boy with a different cover. That's why I can guarantee that now she wants to change, but she'll end up making the same mistake again because she blames men, not herself, for her taste in men.
Messages for the men. Do y'all ever give your homeboys good advice?
Of course we do. It's just not the advice that you want us to give. Now, based on your video, it sounds like the advice you want us giving our homeboys is pursue the woman no matter what. No matter how toxic she is, no matter how severe the daddy issues, no matter how many bunnies she's boiled or tires she's slashed in her past, no matter how unfaithful or promiscuous she is, she's entitled to the value that a man will add to her life, even though she adds 0 value to his. So if you can work out the girl math for me on that one, that'd be great. But while we're on the subject of advice, how do you reconcile wanting men to convince their friends to get into relationships with some of the most insufferable and toxic women on the planet, while simultaneously pressuring your married friends to put their marriages at risk to go out on a Friday night and be a 304 with you at the club? Now, if your married friend succumbs to that pressure and goes out with you and pretends to be single so that you don't have to be a 304 alone, she was never wife material to begin with. So now the question becomes, when do you ladies stop encouraging your friends to disrespect their men and their relationships?
Exactly. Because single women over 30 who are on the wall and bitter only create more single women. At this stage, especially women, should know how to set boundaries with their friends. Many succumb to this pressure, being told, now you're just that man's servant, or since you got married, you're not yourself anymore. As if that man owns you and you can never go out. It's not about ownership, it's about respect and setting boundaries. If you're a married woman, why go to a club with a single friend? Why meet up with her friends in a place with alcohol if you know that could end badly? It's about learning not to put yourself in a position that could lead to failure or ruin your relationship.
Okay, call me paranoid, but I feel like the girls will know what I'm talking about, okay? So I'm sitting in my car, right? I'm doing my makeup in my car. And anytime I'm sitting in my car, if anyone walks over towards the general vicinity that my vehicle is located in, I just assume they're coming for me, right? Man, woman, black, white, green, purple, I don't give a fuck, right? They're targeting me. That's what's happening, okay? So right now, I'm parked next to the dumpsters at this apartment complex, okay? People gotta throw their trash away. That's just how that goes. Well, this dude's walking over towards my car. So already the thoughts are swirling, right? But he's got a trash bag in his hand, so it's obvious what he's doing. He's going to throw his trash away, and I'm parked by the dumpsters. So it's very clear, but in my head, I'm like, what if he comes for me? Okay, make sure my car is locked, right? My car's locked, but the seatbelt's off, because just in case he gets in somehow, I can make a quick escape. I don't have a seatbelt stopping me. I can swiftly get out of here, right? But then what if he has a gun? What if he holds me at gunpoint? Okay? If he wants the car, easy, car's his. I don't give a fuck about the car. He can have the damn car, right? I don't need it. Okay? But what if he holds me at gunpoint and then tells me to drive and he's taking me somewhere? Then I already know that that light post over there is what I will ram my car into on the passenger side, making sure that he's injured and I can get a quick escape and run for my life, right? This is all going through my head. He throws his trash away and he goes right back home, as he should, as he was obviously going to do. But I'm over here like, whew, that was a close one. You know, good thing I was prepared.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
You should stick to writing fiction books because you're just being dramatic. Why is it that all women always think the whole world has some interest in them or is constantly watching them? When in reality, that man was probably just throwing out his trash and didn't even notice if you were there or not. Plus, if you're making up these stories in your head every time you find yourself alone, you need to see a psychiatrist. If this is what you thought in this situation, imagine what goes through your head if you're alone with a man. As a man, if you tell me this story, instead of you being scared, I'd be the one desperate to get away from you, because you're clearly crazy.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What do you think about modern women only wanting to get financial benefits from men? Have you ever seen a woman ruin herself because of her single friends? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from The Wall.